You've had your instructions inside the dressing rooms. I expect you to behave like gentlemen. Keep your punching on target. Good luck to both of you.
Rivera is one of those fighters, Jim, you know, that I tend to fall in love with when they come out of nowhere to challenge for a title. Most often it turns out to be a one-night stand. Let's see if we can get a more serious relationship going here.
Wilfredo Rivera, no stranger to southpaws. This will be the 8th time in his 25-fight pro career that he's fought against a southpaw opponent. Is that important going against Whitaker, George?
Well, most importantly, you got to be enthusiastic. You're going up against a good, experienced southpaw. You just can't beat him fighting against a southpaw. You just got to get out there and be silly about your aggression.
Whitaker lands a straight left hand. Start for both fighters. Rivera looking to find a way to start sticking the jab, and Pernell just pawing back at him as if to say, okay, if you're going to paw with your jab, I'll tap you a few times too.
Whitaker hasn't started to drop his hands and do the little tricks that he normally does. That means he's a bit tight right now. Once he finds himself at home and starts playing his tricks, you'll know that he's relaxed.
Kind of a look what I found counter right inside by Rivera as Pernell Whitaker walked into it while looking for an opportunity to get in. You see Pernell ducking and looking as he will occasionally do. Rivera that time with a lead right hand. He'll occasionally switch to a southpaw stance because he throws that lead right hand well enough to use it as a jab.
When you're a veteran like Pernell Whitaker, your whole career is dependent on how many tricks that you're able to bring to mind quickly in 3 minutes time every round. Power is one thing, endurance is another, but you got to have a lot of tricks up your sleeve. You got to drop your hand, draw your opponent. You got to do something, stick your head out or something to make him start throwing punches. You don't want him to be conservative at all.
In his last fight, got a rare 6th-round knockout over Jake Rodriguez. Prior to that, he had had 10 straight decisions in title defenses. And as far as tricks are concerned, this man knows everyone in the book and has invented some that aren't yet in the book.
Not only so, he's starting to land punches to the belly of Rivera.
Pernell grinning at his own antics here as referee Larry O'Connell says, let's get serious. And round 1 comes to a close. As we go to Rivera's corner and he waves to the crowd with the Puerto Rican banners in the background. Our interpreter is Hector Garcia.
Take it easy. Just be relaxed. Don't forget what we tried at the gym. We practiced, we worked on those moves. Don't forget what we practiced. Your lateral moves are very important. And just go for it.
Simple as that, all right? Now, watching the time, he's going to come right with the hook. Now, look, move that head. Just keep the head moving. And keep sticking him with the jab. Body and chest. Forget his head. But keep him with that left hand. He's moving that head. That's all he got. Not that jab. Second punch guys up with the jab.
The early impression is that it will take Whitaker a much longer time to take the bark off his opponent than it did for Ike Quartey to do it to his opponent. This is the kind of guy it's very hard to look good against.
And that's sort of to be expected given the disparity in their styles. Pernell isn't a knockout puncher and doesn't look for the opportunity very often.
But the veterans, it's very important when you're a veteran like Pernell Whitaker to win this fight in the first 3 rounds, so that you get the guy reaching, jumping, clinching, and the fight is not hard as it go on. But you take him out of the fight in the first 3 rounds.
And you do that through what? Guile or aggression?
You hit them in the body a lot and in the chest to take the power away, number one. And secondly, make him be unsure of everything that he does from that point on. Make him unsure about everything.
Well, you saw Rivera's very low connect percentage in the first round, only 17%. That's pretty typical of opponents who get in against Whitaker and find him very difficult to locate.
Whitaker knows everything about himself. He knows if he gets low, make the opponent get low, he no longer has the height and reach disadvantage. He's got a lot of tricks he plays out there. You got to keep him up. When a guy's taller than you, make him shorter.
So by bringing Rivera down to him, he eliminates the taller man's leverage.
That's true, and that's what you do. You keep stooping down. Finally, the tall guy gets low, too.
Right, come out.
Whitaker landing the jab flush. Rivera trying to come back to the body. Now Whitaker lands a straight left hand.
Right, come out. Right from the toes, that's it. Or bring your hands around.
As a veteran boxer like Whitaker, you throw heavy punches never to knock a guy down, but only to make him respect you.
Right hand by Rivera, but so far it looks to me like the tall Puerto Rican is just too cautious, George. He's going to have to throw all this caution to the wind and go.
You've got to do it. Probably the greatest fight I've ever seen in that weight division is Jose Napoli. Threw away his scientific fighting ability and attacked Curtis Coke like an amateur and won every round.
Hands down. Get her out. Let go of your right arm.
A left-hand lead. Rivera simply looking confused against the master of deception. Great right hand lands for Whitaker. Second round, not much better than the first for Wilfredo Rivera.
Okay, Wilfredo, llevamos dos. La pelea está pareja.
The fight is even. We have 2 rounds already in. The fight is even. Your lateral moves are very important. I don't want to keep telling you. The lateral movements are very important. Go low, go below.
Tiene que estar más vivo con la recta de él. Oíste, que no te cojas
the jab, right? And then get your combinations off. He's trying to hit you with the right hand. That's all he's got. And don't stand in front of him too long. Turn him, feint him.
Move that head, baby. Move that head. Start getting him a lot of head moving now. Give him a little bit bullshit.
You're doing beautiful out there.
Take a little step to the right when you jab. All right, you second shot right here.
You heard the voices of Ronnie Shields and Lou Duva in the corner of Pernell Whitaker.
Rivera's lifetime ambition is to be an accountant, which tells you something about his temperament and personality. He's going to win this fight. He's going to have to go to the gaming tables a few yards from here, take his hands out of his pockets and put his sharp pencil away and just go to work.
You know, an extremely devout Christian. Rivera yesterday, when we met with him, had his Bible in his room open to the book of Job. And as George reaffirmed to us, Job is the ultimate lesson in patience. He's been too patient here so far.
No doubt about it. You've got to get a little amateurish with Pernell Whitaker. The more professional you get, he's the best at that. Once you get stupid and out of range and he can't calculate what you're going to do, then you'll win points.
Just brawl him. Change it up. Rivera leaning back after he throws his punches. Now he gets to the body as Whitaker comes in. And another good right-hand body shot for Rivera again as Whitaker was coming in.
Now Whitaker's got to protect himself from these kind of body punches. You take away a little of his jab, he's dropping his right hand now.
There's a cut, a bad cut, probably from a headbutt.
Over the eye.